So I lived in South Korea for about a year, and I honestly thought it was an amazing place. But then again, I made a life-changing decision and moved back to Southeast Asia, to places like Cambodia, Vietnam. I mean, moved back because I had stayed there before, so I was actually moving back. So in this video, I'll be telling you the reasons why I made a move or decided to come back. These are not might not be your typical reasons, but yeah, they are ones that many tourists might really face and you might need to know. So stick to the end, so if you hear what I have to say. These things might be actually important for you if you're deciding to live between Southeast Asia or Asia, like Korea and all of that, like in Japan. So there are very huge differences. So in this video, I'll be breaking it down for you, and stay right through the end. I'll be showing you what it's all about. So in South Korea, I basically had a resident card for a year. So that resident card was the one that helped me able to explore with it and do everything. So basically I was like a resident, and you have to obviously renew it each and every time. So at first, when I lived in South Korea, it was amazing. I actually loved how advanced it was. The technology is amazing. So it's a huge difference compared to Cambodia, because you can literally get everything like quick, right? That's the major difference that I saw in Korea. Like, it's too developed. And I really liked that I could literally get anything quick. I remember when I was I lost my wallet in a bus. I was panicking, but within like 15 minutes, I was able to get it all back, like quick, because it was quick. I contacted there were people on the bus stop who helped me contact the police, and within like 15 minutes, I remember the police took me with their car. They stopped the bus, literally, and then they said, "There's your wallet." After that was like, I'm talking, as I said, like 15 minutes. So it was very efficient. And then after that, they said to me, "Brother, just be careful." So that's what I liked about it. And also, like, most things are just modern, right? So, but if you check in Southeast Asia, generally, as you see, it's a bit less modern, like. So with there, it's like very high, and I really enjoy that things, you could get things quick and services were efficient. Like, everything was just good. Like, technology, you can get it super quick. So there are challenges though about living there that made me actually come back, right? Many foreigners face the same thing, or actually talk about the same thing. So it's basically the culture for me. In Korea, it's more of like in terms of, because I didn't really get a lot of interaction in terms of people are more closed off, so it's not like a warm welcome as quick as. So for example, you go to a place, you think they are cold towards you, but once you start learning them and understanding them, they're actually very friendly. So for me, that took me off guard. I was like, and yeah, I don't want to people's closed up, you know. I need to know intentions quick, like Southeast Asia. And then the other thing also, what I realized is that they talk about people behind the back. That's just their culture, right? So it's, even a Japanese girl told me the same thing that I met her. She's like, she doesn't like Koreans because it's more of they backstabbing, basically like sucking up to get privileges or whatever. So they'll stab you on your back. It's a big thing in South Korea, right? So that's what and also the other aspect is in South Korea, what I didn't really enjoy like a lot was it's very fast paced, right? Since as I said, obviously things you get them quick, but that comes with some negativity, meaning everything they want to do it now. So it's almost like everything you're doing is quick. Please do this quick, do this quick. It's not like you can't really, because it's a very fast pace. They're developing quick. So even I remember another South Korean girl. She told me, she's like, Tabo, the thing you must learn about South Korea is that things are move fast. So you mustn't be slow. Like, so that's why there's a lot of pressure. Like, even it's similar to Japan. That's why there's a lot of suicide, people killing themselves, because that's just competitive. So it didn't feel right for me. Even when I was like working as a digital nomad, I could see. If you check my video when I was leaving South Korea, I'll put it over here. I did a video. You'll see like the 9 to 5 rat race is crazy there. I was the only one sitting in the restaurant, and then when I was leaving to the station, I was like, damn, there's just so many people going to work, and it's like soldiers going in, like going to work. There's a video about Japan where people are not talking to each other, but they're like moving into the like train stations and stuff. So that's basically how it is. It's South Korean culture in a nutshell. Actually, it's also similar to Japan, so it's not just South Korea. Yeah, but more so South Korea, which is the one I lived for 1 year. So that what it literally made, I didn't really enjoy staying there because of that. It wasn't as warm, and also the other thing is I like hot weather. Like here, you see in Cambodia, the weather is like warm, and so there. The other thing is like the weather can be it's extreme in most choices. Oh, people giving loud on the scooter. But so like if it's cold, it's too cold in Korea, like super, like I'm talking like Russian cold. And if it's too hot, it's more hotter than here. So those are the extremes that led me to leave. I was like, I'm not gonna survive. I remember one South African girl told me, she lived there, she's like, now she moved to, I think she moved to another country now. She told me she like really got sick and nearly died in hospital because she wasn't prepared for the cold weather. So that's basically how it works in South Korea and why I decided to leave. But those are the negatives, or rather challenges, of living in a developing or developed country like South Korea, or whatever you call it. Everything needs to be fast-paced and all of that. Even when I spoke to some foreigners who lived, or expats who lived there, I met one guy who was like, he wants to go back because everything here is strict, and like the pace is just too fast and it's strict. The rules are super strict. It's like you have to follow the rules each and every time. So like, yeah, that's what I didn't really like about it. This is what led me to actually move to South Korea, to Southeast Asia, to countries like Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand. So as you can see on my channels, I did travel around. So first thing I lived in Vietnam, I was in Russia, then Vietnam, and then I moved to, after in Vietnam for 3 years, I moved to South Korea, and then after South Korea, that's where I came back, and then obviously I travel around different countries, and then I'm in Southeast Asia, in Cambodia now. So this is why here I wanted to come, because life feels like very relaxed. That's why I came back. When I was here, I really enjoyed it, but when I went to South Korea, it was like so different. So I like the slow pace, everything, the cost of living is less, and like people are more relaxed, the culture is more. And also more than that, I could teach dancing. In South Korea, I did teach dancing, but since the people are more, like, I would say, they are more advanced in dancing. Some of them have typically my level of dancing, so I don't have as much opportunities. I did teach dancing there, but here it's more bigger. Like I would say in Vietnam, Korea, those are like the biggest one for me. So that's why I was like, okay, it's good for business, culture, everything just fits it. So yeah, I moved around Bali, all of that, Bali, Indonesia, Thailand, and all of that. But yeah, I'm still exploring. I'm in Cambodia now, and I feel it feels good being currently here. And yeah, that's been my experience, and I don't have any complaints, except I would say Cambodia is a bit lower in terms of economically compared to Vietnam, which I lived for 3 years, and Thailand, which I lived for 6 months, and Bali, which I also lived for a few months. But yeah, it's pretty good. So guys, this is the reason why I decided to move to Southeast Asia. Honestly, I learned a lot from Korea. They are very hardworking, and they really follow like the rules, and it's very super safe. It's probably the safest country I've been to. It's ranked among the top world's safest countries. So I really appreciate that about it, because to be honest, in Cambodia I didn't feel as much safe compared to there. I've had many people trying to snatch my phone, yeah, and also like I lost a motorbike here. So in terms of safety, it's not bad here, but I would say Cambodia is like, Korea is super safe. So if your person is looking to choose between the two, depends on you what you want to live. If you want me to do more about South Korea, anything about South Korea, I'll be glad to put the contents about it. But just know it's more safer, it's more, you'll get more, obviously more for your money, although it can be a bit expensive. It's more modern, and you'll really enjoy living in a modern city, which is, it's good and it's safe. But if you want like a bit of a lower but very flexible lifestyle and lower cost of living, then Cambodia or any Southeast Asian country you can check, as I do on my channel. Yep, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. I will be giving you more like my travels, tips, and just the lifestyle in different countries that I travel to, so you can be aware of anything and also just know the things before you travel to. But yeah, I still recommend being in Southeast Asia if you want something flexible, low cost of living, and a warm and welcoming culture. But if you want something modern, South Korea is still great. It's just a preference thing. Nothing is bad, nothing. I know some foreigners who love South Korea who've been living there for 10 years. And yeah, and also the dating culture is a bit different. I'll probably do a video about it too. It's way different actually. Like in South Korea, things move way quicker, and it's became more westernized, meaning it's more like probably a country that you're used to in your country. So yeah, I'll talk about it more and my experiences. I did a video about like that when two Koreans girls took me out on dates, so I'll put it over here so you can go check it out and see how it is. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on my next video, guys. Keep subscribe and let's get it. Cheers.